Welcome to this Cosmic Adventure episode. Though dual hull circuits are down, docking with the mothership won't be affected. Once they were back in space, they began debating how to deal with the lieutenant, and Parker jokingly suggested freezing him just in case he was harboring some special germs. Otherwise, everyone on board could be infected, so they'd better head back to Earth for treatment. But before they could finalize their plans, the lieutenant suddenly woke up, feeling fine except for belly rumbling like a black hole. Seeing no one was hurt, they gathered to celebrate, while ACE eyed the lieutenant suspiciously because the food in space is far from gourmet. The food might be energy-rich, but the lieutenant was scarfing it down like there was no tomorrow, and no one noticed anything fishy yet. Suddenly, the lieutenant began to cough violently. Everyone thought he was joking, but he was doing some kind of strange dance, apparently in intense pain. Just as they were trying to soothe him, blood erupted from his chest like a horror movie. Before everyone could even comprehend what was going on, accompanied by the navigator's scream, a monster unexpectedly burst out of the lieutenant's chest, instantly transforming the scene into a truly terrifying spectacle. Parker grabbed a fork and knife, ready for an open feast, but ACE quickly stopped him, and the alien let out a scream and baldered. By the time they came to their senses, the monster had vanished without a trace, and they dared not leave the lieutenant's body on board. Following protocol, they tossed it into space, though the crisis was far from over. If one tiny bug was this terrifying, whatever just hatched must be even worse. To catch the beast, the engineer pulled out a gadget that could knock creatures out temporarily, while ACE designed a tracker that sounded like it came straight from a sci-fi movie. It could analyze minuscule changes in air density to lock onto moving targets, so once everything was prepped, the captain split everyone into two teams to search different. After all the previous damage, the lighting system on the ship was about as reliable as a roller coaster. But under Ripley's careful watch, his instrument quickly picked up a target, time to hit that find it button. However, when they opened the cabinet, a fluffy cat darted out. Though they were startled, this discovery made them all breathe a sigh of relief. But then Parker realized they had to catch the cat, otherwise, this little furble would interfere with the tracker. Ripley told the engineer to catch the kitty. So he and Parker continued searching while the engineer headed into another room, only to find something strange on the floor while on the hunt for the cat. The engineer picked it up and realized it was an alien shell, instantly alerting him to the danger, making him super cautious. Subtitles: he planned to catch the chrysanthemum cat before leaving, not knowing that an alien knight was secretly lurking above him. Just then, the cat let out a scared yowl, and before the engineer could grasp the danger, he heard an eerie sound behind him. As the engineer turned around, a creature he'd never seen before appeared, and in a flash, the engineer was done for. Hearing the commotion, Parker rushed over, but the alien had already vanished, leaving a pool of blood behind. Blood rained down on them, and after hearing one teammate had unexpectedly bit the dust, the remaining crew gathered, though Parker never actually saw the monster. But judging by how easily it yanked away the body, it was clear the creature had bulked up significantly, and the blood trail led to the vents. The captain then devised a new battle plan. The vents led to the airlock, but there was only one maintenance shaft left to guard. This way, they could trap the monster in the airlock and toss it into space, but now that it had grown, the stun guns were useless. So Parker quickly whipped up some flamethrowers, and it was time to get moving. Next, Ripley and ACE were on airlock guard duty, while Parker and the navigator blocked the service shaft to ensure the monster couldn't escape. Once everything was set, the captain called into the vents to track down the monster, and with only one line in the vent, he constantly instructed his team to close the gates behind him to funnel the alien towards the airlock. While the captain searched, the navigator sent an alert. His device detected an alien. The captain, sharing the duct with the monster, grew alert, grabbed a flamethrower, and searched but found nothing. With no other choice, the captain continued forward, but just as he arrived, the navigator panicked as the monster's location and the device suddenly vanished. Hearing this, the captain dared not act rashly, especially as he found the monster's goo in the tunnel. He knew the monster was nearby, asked crewmates to check for glitches, and grabbed a flamethrower to locate it. But it was eerily quiet, which was definitely not a good sign. Sensing danger, the captain swiftly sought to leave, when the device detected the monster's signal closing in. When Parker arrived at the captain's location, all he found was a fallen flamethrower, no blood, no body, and 3 team members had already met their untimely end at the monster's hands. The The remaining crew had clearly lost all composure, and the navigator was on the verge of a meltdown, suggesting they abandon ship and hop on the escape pod. But the escape pod couldn't fit 4 people, and Earth was way too far away. With no ship, they could only slowly await their fate, and since there was no other option, Ripley decided to seek the help of the ship's AI mother computer. However, after asking, the AI mother didn't know how to kill the alien either, but Ripley didn't leave empty-handed. He discovered a new entry in the system that was only accessible to scientists, which was quite shocking. After the captain's demise, Ripley gained the ship's highest clearance and found out that the Romulus was rerouted to investigate alien biology and collect disease samples. This instruction had the highest priority. Safely bringing back alien samples was the main focus. He even allowed for ruthless measures if necessary. Finally, Ripley grasped the entire truth. This explained why ICE had repeatedly broken safety protocols and why the captain had backed him up despite knowing better. Just then, ICE appeared behind Ripley, sparking his rage, yet he hesitated to harm his former comrade. Don't forget to subscribe.